First of all, I've had so many downloads since yesterday. Second of all, I wanted to come and tell you guys the decks that we're using in case any of you guys are readers out there. I really think these will help your readings right now at this time. I've been using the Work Your Light deck. Okay. I've also been using the Elemental Empath deck. And I've also been using the Psychic Tarot deck and the Woman Who Had Wings tarot deck. Okay. Um, I just wanted to get that out the way real quick. You guys, I don't even know if you know. I don't know. People be having so many titles for themselves, so I'm not going to jump on that boat and say, oh, I'm this, I'm this. But my mind works differently. We'll say that. And that's what we're here for today, actually. We'll go ahead straight into our channeled message right now because that's what we're here for today. I want to let you guys know there's no right way to do this thing. And that goes for life. That goes for spirituality. That goes for your own personal journey. Okay. I was listening to this story. There's this guy, and I do not know his actual channel name. I'll look it up and post it in the description below. But he told a story about, and it's a hoodoo story, but about basically what you would call the god in hoodoo, right? He called him Old Maker. And in this story, he talks about how Old Maker made everyone else in his world from pieces of him, right? And from what I got from the story, it's like Old Maker would make something and he always would use a piece of himself. Like, so if he made the first thing he said he made was this workbench, right? And so I feel like, this is a great creation story because I really think that this is how creation went. This was always my view. That God, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, you guys know I don't know your life, so don't let the word that I use make you miss the message, okay? Because I already got the message. But basically, Old Maker, as you make these things out of pieces of you that are missing, some of these things are going to be happy things. Some of these things are going to be sad because they're going to have to show you this side to see the other side, right? But all of these things are pieces of him. Okay, and they're all different and unique in their own way. Are they all the same because they're pieces from him, just like all the stars in the sky, right? They look the same, they provide light, but are they all the same? They are not. They each, the Bible tells us that God gave each one a name. Same with us. Okay, same with us. So I want you really to get out of this on your journey that it's going to be perfect. It's going to be this way. I have to be this thing. Because you don't. The truth of the matter is most of us are not going to use our spiritual gifts as the thing, meaning most of us aren't diviners. Most of us aren't going to be conjurers. Now, does that mean that you can't divine and conjure for yourself? No. But most of us, the thing for us is to use our spiritual gifts in a mundane way, right? It's going to be in your own unique, different way as well. You guys, a lot of times I really think that we get caught up in, oh, well, look at what Bob is doing. And that's one of the worst things that we can fucking do is look over there to seeing what someone else is doing. Because guess what? They're a different part of Old Maker. They're not the same as you. They weren't made the same as you. He didn't need the same things when he made you, when he made them. And I want to take this down to activism. I want to take this down to everything. A lot of times, and I found myself, I can be judgmental at times of certain things, certain behaviors that I feel like for me, right? Because whenever Old Maker made me, he must have needed a fucking priest. Okay, no, seriously. And I'm not calling myself a priest, but listen, I have to live a very pure life in order to have the rewards. Okay. And that's not for everyone though. Okay. My point of what I'm saying real quick, you guys, I don't want to get all over the place. My point of what I'm trying to say though is that you being you is perfect. The only thing, and this is why I don't tell people what to believe or anything like that. When I teach, when you're in my red room, when you're getting one-on-ones and things with me, I don't care what you fucking believe. Are you a good person? Do you have integrity? Do you care about others, right? As long as what you believe helps you uphold those basic human things that we all need to get along, you are okay in my book, okay? As long as it says that you're not harming anyone else and what it is that you believe and what it is that you're doing. Touche. Have at it. Who says that you can't liberate, that you can't be diplomatical, that you can't, I don't know if that's a real word. I do make up words too, you guys. Welcome to my world. Anyways, I do think that you can do all of those things and you can still, or you can be all of those things and you can still be exactly who you were meant to be. One of the greatest things right now about us being in the age of Aquarius, you guys, the age of Pisces was all institution. You got to do it this way. Step 1, step 2. The age of Aquarius is like, you know what? I see what's missing right here. And I'm going to be that. And I'm going to be funny. And I'm going to be whimsical. And I'm going to be free while I do it. And I have the opportunity right now to do the thing. That's where we are at. Okay? That's where we are at right now. Be yourself. This is why a lot of times people say, oh my God, when I got on my spiritual journey, it was horrible. They stripped me of everything. You were probably a very vain, egotistical person. I was. And when I tell you they stripped me from sex, love, money, my things, okay, things. I'm the most detached person you'll ever meet now. I have balance in it, but yes. Okay, I don't have a lot of attachments. I don't care about a lot of things. But that's because at one point I cared about all the things, all the time. That was my world. So my journey was a little harder because they had to get through to my hard-headed, my vain ass. I wasn't one of those easygoing people either. So you guys, your journey, everything, it's going to be to fit you. Okay, it's going to be to fit you. Now, the great thing about all of this is you too are creators. All right, you are creators. The divine, the universe, source has made you in their image, like I said, which means that you have the ability to create and the things that you see missing in this world. And it doesn't have to be, who says that everything is going to be through some fucking movement in some march? Maybe you uplift the world through joy, through being your whimsical self, through starting this new program over here that nobody would have freaking thought about. But in order to get there, you have to be true to you. You won't get there if you are like holding this mask up. And that's what the reading yesterday was about. If you're still doing the things because your parents raised you that this was a good job and you'll always have one. Okay, you won't get there. I was watching this thing yesterday, Dr. Myron Golden, and he had a doctor on there with him, Dr. Ben. And anyways, I just like to give credit. But anyways, he had said that, I just lost my thought trying to give credit. Oh God, you guys, I'm so sorry about that. But it was a good thought too. If I think about it, I'll put it down in the description or I'll place it at the end of the video. But, he said that most people won't get to where they are supposed to be because they won't leave their past alone. They won't leave the little bit alone that is stopping them. They're comfortable in that. And so they won't achieve their dreams. They won't achieve the things because most of the things that you have to do take direct focus from you. There is always something that you can be doing, right? You have to be consistent and intense in what it is that you're doing. Consistently intense and intensely consistent to get to where you want to go. And that was also a quote from Myron Golden yesterday. I watch different motivational speakers a lot in the background when I'm studying, when I'm doing certain things. That's what's playing. You guys, keeping your frequency up in a world like that we are in is hard as shit. But you do what you do. What keeps your frequency up? Okay, we're not going to take these ones that fell on the floor, but we will. And yesterday it was all purple. Today we got all green. Today we're getting all green. That's so crazy. Over here, we had mindset, we had empath, and we had abundance. Okay. So we did have some more purple, 2 more purple, and we had more green. Should we keep them? I think we should keep them. All right. Earth grounding. This is where we're at. And this is because, and this is why they're telling us all these things, you guys. Right now, what it is that we are building in this world is literally becoming real. Right? This is the part that you've been wanting. And I'm going to explain how manifestation works here in just a second also. How you get to this earth energy. And actually, let's go ahead and explain this now before we finish and keep going on with the reading. You guys, you get a passionate idea. And here's the thing, you'll get many passionate ideas. You're not going to act on everyone because you won't feel good about everyone. You won't think that you can achieve everyone. Therefore, you won't act on it or build everyone. And this is how I teach you guys. So you're getting a little snippet of what I teach in my red room, what I teach in my one-on-ones, how I teach my magic. I teach it from an elemental base. And the reason why is because I'm a tarot reader as well. And I teach correspondences. When you get to know me, you'll notice that I talk a lot in correspondences because I've studied a lot of different traditions and different things. And I'm a weaver, okay? That's me. I can see things, I see threads, and I can weave them. And it's not me trying to be disrespectful to different traditions. It's just me seeing the underlying. Anyways, we'll show you one now. Tarot and the elements. In tarot, we have our cups, which is our water, okay? We have our swords, which is our air. We have our pentacle, which is our earth. And we have our wands, which is our fire. Your fire is also known as your inspiration, your spark, your passion, okay? This is that. I got a bomb-ass idea. Oh my God, I'm excited about this. Drops in, boom, to your crown chakra from the divine. Now you're sitting there like, oh shit, hold on, it's in my third eye. I can vision this thing. I can see it. Moves down to your throat chakra. Now I'm telling people about it. I'm telling myself about it. I'm speaking out loud about it. Now guess what? Because your voice is power, you guys. Now you're putting it out there. Now it's in motion. And this is where you go next, to your heart, to your crossroads. We're going to get back to the elements, but I don't know. Spirit wanted me to tell you this. This is how you actually manifest and build something in real life. It's in my cheat sheets if you want a physical copy. But it goes into your heart space, your crossroads. Now it's, can I do these things? Is going to be one of the questions that comes up in this space. And you're going to either feel like you can or like you can, which is going to move you into your solar plexus, is where you're actually going to do. You know what? I do think I can do. Okay. You're going to put some action behind it. And in your sacral, you're going to become, I believe in this. I feel it. It's so sensual. I'm making the thing, I'm creating the thing. This is our womb. This is our empress area. This is us building that energy. This is that birth, that pregnancy, the sensuality that it takes to create it, to become one-on-one with it. And from there you move into your roots where you become it. It comes out. It's now earth. It's I am. It's I'm building it. I'm doing it. It's real life here now. Now, when you're on that travel, on that road down, it's going to tell you exactly where you're at. You know, it's going to tell you exactly where you're stuck at. Okay, it's going to tell you what chakra may need work. Are you over exaggerated in it? Are you under exaggerated in it? Are you balanced in it? In the thoughts there. And there's another way when you're healing that you can use your chakras also, but you move in the opposite direction. You move upwards. Okay. But anyways, let's get back to our elements. So we're on the earth, right? I'm building this thing in reality. Here's the thing about manifesting, you guys. If you'll get the fucking idea, like I said, but if you don't feel good about it or think good about it, you're not going to ever build it in real life. You'll never fully become it, or you'll half-ass build it, right? You've got to get all of those things in alignment. Okay, this is where your coherence comes in. Bam, I got the idea. Boom. So that's my fire. Got the spark, got the interest. It's there. Now my thoughts and your feelings, they can come however, depending on the person. Your thoughts are going to direct it. They're like your fucking compass. So you're either going to go back to the fucking past over here. You're going to start your new future. You're going to go to, your spirit teams and guides, right? This is going to be how you are directing the thing. If you're not thinking good about it, you're not going to direct it very well either. Right? And then your emotions. Your emotions are power. They're fuel. Okay, your voice is also, you guys, your voice, your air, is also your currency too. So it's like that thing that I put my name on. Once I say it, my word is bond. When I say that, right? My word is, all you have is your balls and your word. Okay. That's your currency as well. But your emotions is your power. It's your fuel. And it's also going to tell you what it is exactly that you're manifesting right now. Because if you're feeling good about the thing, guess what? You're putting yourself on a higher vibration, on a higher frequency. And guess what? You're probably going to be manifesting good things about the thing. Now, if you're feeling bad about the thing, you're feeling like you can't do the thing, you feeling, you having all these negative thoughts, you these feelings that's attached, right? That's why I say feelings and emotions, they kind of play back and forth. You're not going to do the thing. It will never get built to earth. Now, here's the other thing. And this is really what this video was inspired by. Somebody made a comment on my thing and said, I have to figure out what I really want. You most definitely do. You most definitely have to figure out what it is that you want in life. And the reason is because if you don't know what you want, your thoughts are going to direct you anywhere. And at any time, any damn thing is going to sound like a good idea. I used to be a person like that. And people think like, oh, it's good to be a free spirit. And in a certain extent, it is. But in a certain extent, you have to know where you're going. Otherwise, guess what? You're going to pick up with whoever got a bag and be like, come on this trip with me. And sometimes that's fun, girl. Okay, so do it. But sometimes it's like, hold on, let me ask some questions. Where are we going? How are we going to get there? Okay. And then you see, is this in alignment with me, with who I am? Is this coherent with me? Some of them trips, you need to fucking leave them bags right where they're at and turn them the fuck down. Everything that looks good is not good for you. Okay, this is where the discernment comes in. This is why you have to develop yourself as a full-rounded person. Once you do these things, you're going to become all of this that you want, whatever it is that you want, that you're bringing into earth. That's what's going to happen for you. Now let's get back into this reading. Earth grounding. It says calm the mind, connect to the body, mindfulness, and nature. So if you are having a problem with figuring out what it is that you want, sit in nature, sit with source, ground yourself, connect yourself to the universe, connect yourself to your purpose again. When I said that at the beginning about spirit stripping me of everything, it was not for punishment. It was literally because they was allowing me to reconnect with the world around me. If I didn't have a bunch of fancy shit to keep me occupied and busy, guess what? I'm sitting out here with this damn blue sage bush watching these bees right now for 8 fucking hours and seeing how they work and move as a community. Now I'm over here looking at this wood bench that's in front of me and watching these carpenter bees also because they move a little bit different. Well, let me study, right? I'm reconnecting to nature. I reconnected to the world around me. And this is what a lot of you guys yourselves need to do, all right? Rest. A lot of us are not getting the proper rest right now. They're saying you are resting, but it's not productive rest is what I'm hearing. Okay. So it's saying slow down, connect to nature, calm your system. So that's the message. And if you've been in a place of stillness right now, which is what my past few videos have been about, if you've been in that place of stillness, this is why. It's because spirit is like, okay, this next go round, we are all about to start another round, you guys. And spirit is like, this next go round, I need you to show up as who the fuck you want to be, which means you need to know who you want to be because we're going to be in this next period. Yesterday, they told me for at least the next 9 years. So this is going to have a significant amount on what it is that you accomplish and what you do. And depending on where you're at in life, right? Do you have those 9 years to waste to keep playing around? Right now, if you're 20, yeah, you do. You might have I mean, if you're not really, start getting yourself in alignment, do things slowly. Right. That was also the message yesterday, that everything doesn't have to be overnight. We ain't got to rush these changes now. Okay. Take your time. And that's why I said slow down. All right. But if you're in your 20s, yeah, you got a little bit more time. I call it fuck off time, right? You got a little bit of time before you turn 30, or you got to figure out exactly what it is that you want to do, or you need to start kind of getting on your path or fixing your credit and all that shit, right? Okay. But a lot of the kids nowadays, y'all are a lot smarter. So I feel like y'all are doing those things already. Kudos to you. But anyways, this is how you bring in this abundance. This is the 10 of Pentacles to me. This is how you bring it in. This is your Kundalini rising, that energy. Once it rises, it doesn't go anywhere, you guys. This is it says your true nature, gratitude, commitment to your goals. What did I say? Being consistently intense with your goals and with the things that you want to bring in. This is what's going to bring in this abundance, this legacy, because that's what most of the people that I talk to are bringing in. That's what you guys are building. I keep saying this and it might sound a little cocky, but my collective has a collective. All right. That's what my collective is, not huge. And I've always known that I wasn't going to be for everybody. I'm for very specific persons. And that is good for me. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. You have to figure out who you are, what it is that you really want. What are you going after right now, even? Right. And if you don't know what you want, if you don't know who you are, like I said, you're going to be lackadaisical. You're going to actually follow this friend over here for years. You're going to follow this friend next. Then you're going to follow this man, right? Because you never sat down to figure out who you were and who you wanted, what direction, thoughts wise you wanted to go on, how you were going to move your compass. The last two cards that came out was the mindset card and the empath card. And like I said yesterday, we was all in purple energy. Okay. This is very divine wisdom energy. We are working with crown chakra. Who are we? What is it that we came from source to do? Right. And that's what I was saying. The creation story is there in Genesis. It tells you. And what does it say? It says he created on day one. And this is crazy. On day one, he created. All right, now this is the 9. We got a couple of 9s here. So this is our luck changing. This is things moving around. But on day 7, he rested. Right? So rest is a part of the creation process. Okay, it's a part of you becoming. This is what leads to the legacy, 10. Okay, so we got 1s, 9s, 10s here. So those may be manifestation numbers. Okay, this is legacy building. This is completion of cycles. This is a whole cycle that some of you guys have went into for stability, celebrations. This is you taking it all in and you feeling. Once you get still, you can also feel, what does the world need? And then you know who you are. You know your spiritual gifts and you can give those. You guys, let me introduce myself. It's like 23 minutes in. My name is Lisa Kidd. If you don't know me, I own a botanica. I call it a hoodoo botanica. All right. I specialize in carrying a lot of hoodoo products, Glamtique Studio, but you can reach me through my website, thelisakid.com. All of my classes, courses, books, my program, the Red Room membership. If you like how I talk, if you like how I teach, join me in there. We go live once a month and we talk for about 2 hours. We do ritual. We talk about the upcoming energy. We do a ritual for the month, all of those things. Okay. Everything though you can find on thelisakid.com. There also, if you like this video, if it is helping you, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. That all helps me as well. Share it with a friend. All right. Anyways, empath. You can take in everything that source is giving you. You can feel it. And it's not just connecting you to self. It says on here, connect to self, cleanse, boundaries, hold space. I feel like if you're not getting this time, this is exactly what you need to do right now. And this is what I've been doing. Last week I had a lot of blue sage, and it's crazy. Blue sage is for really connection to your spirit guides and things like that as well. I made a huge bath with blue sage, basil, mint. And it was really the intention to help provide clarity, to help connect me to the divine. So I've been doing this in bath form, pour overs, pretty much every day. And I'm connecting back online because this is going to help you to see what do your collective need. So then now you can show up as your authentic self, but you can teach and give of your spiritual gifts in a way that is unique to you. I hope that made sense. I hope I'm saying it in the right way, right? And that's for each and every one of us. That's how you use your empath. You don't use your empath to walk in a party and feel everybody's pain and shit and be doing party tricks. Oh yeah, I feel your energy. That's not why you're an empath. Stop wasting your gifts. You're an empath because you can feel the world. And even though it's a big burden on you, you can also give the world back what it needs because you are pure love. All right. That's a special message for somebody out there. Some of you guys are very, very unique in your gifts. I don't know if you see that. It looks like a unicorn to me, right? Some of you guys are so damn unique in your gifts, and you draw your power from nature, from the sun, from the earth. And the more you get this rest, the more you ground, the more you get in touch with who you are meant to be, who you are, what you want, the more honest you are, the more you do the things and pour into the mindset and the gifts that bring out these things. This is how you find your tribe. This is how you make an impact. You want to know how to make an impact? That's how. You've got to be unique to you, uniquely unique to you. You've got to allow yourself to shine, baby. All right. And you've got to put yourself in the right mindset to get you there. That's what Dr. Myron Golden, I don't know why because the guy on there was a doctor, but that's why Myron Golden was talking about yesterday, right? Why most people won't make it to their goals because they refuse to create that reality, to put in that work for themselves. You have to work with the subconscious, befriend your mind. You can't do that with everyone else around, with everything else around. You've got to quiet. And it don't have to be for a long time. This could happen in 10-minute spurts of meditation here and there for you. Okay, this doesn't have to be some long, drawn-out process, you guys. You don't have to make your spirituality more than what it was. I had an ex who was a street dude, right? Like, and you guys, he manifested more than any spiritual person that I fucking know. Everything that nigga said he was going to get, he got it. And guess what he did in the morning? Every day, though, he got up, he cleansed his house. He cleaned his house. He lit incense. Was he spiritual at all? No. Okay, but he had his own ritual for sure. He cleaned his home. He lit incense. He showered. He got dressed for success every fucking day. All right. When he was in the shower, the last 5 minutes of his shower was spent under the water with his hands raised in prayer every day, every day, every day, every time he took a shower. So he had his own ritual. Did that take a long time? Did he incorporate it into everything that he was doing already? Keep it true to who he was? Because he had been in jail before. So, you know, a nigga in jail, he gonna get up and clean in the morning. That's one good thing about them niggas. But anyways. Anyways, y'all. Okay, yeah, my sense ain't good. Anyways, Akasha, you are going to help tap back into your records. All right. You guys want to know how I got into the Akashic Records? How I know so damn much? I was literally washing dishes one night, listening to Dr. Wayne Dyer. I pressed pause and I prayed to Spirit at that time while I was in motion washing dishes, and I kept praying to them to ask to give me discernment, to give me advice, to let me see. And I've had the gift of sight ever since. Right? I've always had it, but it was like extremely awakened in me. You guys, it don't have to be. It just has to be you tapping in, you listening to the divine, you listening to your spirit guides. But you also have to make sure that your mindset is clear. Your mental is clear enough. Because some of y'all, and this ain't to be funny, I've been in a place where I've had what people call demons, or my thoughts weren't directing me in the right way. Right? My grandma used to say, like, for people, like, when you people that act like that, they crazy. That's what she would say. She was from the South. It is what it is. And I was for a little while. I was definitely out of my rabbit ass mind. The way I was treating people and doing things, okay? So you have to make sure that your mindset is right, okay? So that you're making sure that what spirits you're listening to, what energies you're listening to, what frequency you're on, okay? That's a lot what people with schizophrenia, actually. And I'm not no doctor, so no, don't take this, you know. But you got to learn which voices to actually listen to in you. But once you learn that, you guys, You listen to the voice that is divinely guiding you. Your spirit guides will divinely guide you. And you have to be the type that's going to listen, right? You can't get the nudge, get the intuition, and then be like, and then doubting yourself. And that's why I say you got to work on your chakras. You got to work on all the things before you jump into the manifestations even, right? But most of the people that are watching these videos that are here with me right now, y'all should have probably already done this work. I'm pretty sure you have. All right. But you may still be a little bit lost and need a little bit of clarity. And this is why the manifestations aren't actually in the physical yet, because spirit don't want to give you the wrong damn thing. They're like, listen, like I said, we're going to be in this position for about the next 7 to 9 years. Really, they're telling me 9 though. I don't know what's happening in 9 years. I probably need to look astrologically, but they told me 9. But for me, in 9 years, I will be 54. Okay. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, some of us got time to play around, but some of us that knows the legacy that we want and what we're trying to build, like, I know myself, I don't have time to play around with those 9 years. I need to make sure that I'm in alignment. But at the same time, have fun, you guys. Don't make it all serious and shit, okay? Star mother. How can you mother yourself? All right. And this is the figure has been coming up a lot. All right, this is the feminine energy. And I learned something new I didn't learn. It wasn't new, but it was, sometimes how people present things is new. About the strength card last night. The maiden on the card being the feminine energy in the card, and the lion being the masculine energy. And the feminine energy having the power to calm down the masculine. A lot of times, you guys, we're all action. We're all go, go, go. We're that swords energy, fast, quick. We get the thought, we take off. Right now, they're wanting us to ground. They're wanting us to use a little bit of earth to make sure that we take off in the right direction. So use that feminine energy that you have to nurture yourself, to mother yourself at this time, while you're figuring out what it is that you want. Because the thing is, baby, you're already in motion. The shit is already in motion. You don't have to take off. You don't have to ensure it. Okay, it's there. It's there. But let's make sure and ensure that we're going in the right direction, that we are really growing into the person that we want to show up as every day, that a person that we feel that giving ourselves a life that we deserve. And for each of us, that's going to be different, because you are the old maker now, right? So it's going to be what you are missing in your life, what you need. Not focusing on, oh, I see this in the collective and they need this. Okay, and they may need that. But is that something that you need to do also, right? Be true to you. That's what this chapter is going to be fucking called. Be true to you. Who are you? Who are you? Yeah, material harvest. It's there, babe. Another 9. It's there. The manifestations are working. They're there. You may not be able to see them yet. And like I said, that's because Spirit is like, we don't want to bring you. It's like when you're sitting at a restaurant and you're there with the menu for a while and you can't figure out, and the waitress is like, well, are you guys ready to order? Some of you guys are still sitting there at the table and you need another minute, and that is okay. Order you a drink, order you a little appetizer, something small to get you over. Because, baby, when your harvest comes in, it's about to be so big. So, so big. You are reaping the rewards of everything that you have put in. So let them bless you in the way that you truly need to be blessed. Oh, my God. Rejoice in celebration next. This is them also filling your cup, bringing in the people. The Ace of Cups, the one is just you singly, filling your cup up. The 2 of Cups is you're finally meeting people and you're like, I can share a little bit. The 3 of Cups, babe, that's your community coming in. This is your unity. This is your support and all of those things. So it's like, wait a minute though, but when we bring that in, we want to make sure we bring in the right thing. Some of you guys should do a bath for 3 to 9 days. Spirit's also saying right now. If you guys need help with that, on my Glamtique Studio website, and you can get to the link, just remember thelisakid.com. You can get to the link from my Glamtique Studio for the Botanica through there. Once you get on there, go to the product use guide, you guys. It's going to be in Shop the Boutique product use guide. It's going to have a section on how many days should I spiritually bathe. I want you to read that. And then it actually links you to a larger article, a blog on which really goes into the depth of spiritual numbers and things like that. And as timing, okay, I don't go into all the spiritual numbers. I just do timing for babs and things like that is mainly what I'm talking about in that article. Go ahead and figure out, and then I want you to do you a beautiful bath. And if your bath, it's going to depend on where you're at. You can do it for certain days. You may do 3 days of connecting to the divine and 3 days of abundance, or 9. I don't care, but 3 to 9 days for each one. You may do one for 3 days and one for 9 days. Okay. Listen, I don't know your life. Like I said, I just directed you. I'm not the type that's going to teach you or tell you what to do. You're going to have to read with me. All right. But because I teach practitioners. Okay. So anyways, 3 to 9 days, I want you to do you a bath to connect to the divine, your spirit team. I gave you some herbs there at the beginning. Let me see, blue sage, angelica root, jasmine, mugwort. What else is there? There's quite a few, you guys. Use what resonates with you. I added some mint, like I said, some mine for clarity. Basil's another one. You can do just pure basil. All right, anyways, I want you to do your bath to connect to the divine so you can connect to source. You can use that as a pour over after you take your regular showers. And then I want you to do another bath. This is the fun part. We're going to do attraction. We're going to do abundance. We're going to do bringing that shit in. Okay? That one's going to be a sweet bath. So you can use sugar. Okay, or you can do both. You can do a sugar salt bath, okay? But you can do a sweetener bath. You can put a little honey, a little caro syrup, a little molasses. Listen, I don't know your life. You got to learn which one to use. That's the stuff that I teach, though, okay, behind the scenes. But yeah, you got to learn which ones to use. But do you a sweetener bath, roses, make you a tincture. I make teas. I boil my baths down, or I macerate. I strain the herbs out, and then you use it as, like I said, a pour over, or you can do a sitz bath for the attraction as well, okay? Because you're expanding energy. You can use hot water for that one. The one that you're connecting to the divine, I would do cooler water. All right. This is you literally stepping into your power, though. And look at this. These are 2 cards that I feel like, so I may be talking to Geminis, Pisces here, Libras. I'm also just talking to anyone that is talking to both sides of themselves. And this is that strength card. Isn't that crazy that we just talked about that, right? This is that masculine energy in that strength card. That's balancing those parts out, though, with the mother and the father within you. Okay, that action, the power that you have. 8, abundance. You want to balance this out so you don't wear yourself out, so you don't spread yourself thin. And this 18 here, the shadow, is also what? A 9. All right, so this is also you really coming in with yourself, facing exactly who it is that you are. Like I said, the dark side and the light sides, it doesn't matter, you guys. Nobody's going to say like, oh, that's not good enough. You're not contributing anything. We're in the age of Aquarius now. The thing is that people are going to be able to say is, oh, you're being fake. You're not being true to you. We can see through that shit, and we don't want to have anything to do with it. Look at what Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is going through right now. Don't be a fucking Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, okay? Be true to who you are. And maybe in her heart she is because she did have some good advice a little bit, I think. I don't know. But anyways, I didn't really watch her, small clips here and there. And I would see at least the camera would make it seem like her advice was pretty good sometimes. So maybe you are that type. Maybe you do have some decent advice. But babes, you don't have to pretend you're a doctor. She could do right what I'm doing right now, right? And she had the audience and the screens and stuff. So you had anyways, we're not going to gossip. But yeah. Look into your shadow, figure out who you are. And what I'm hearing is it's going to take that strength. Okay, it's going to take that strength. We're going to pull a couple of tarot cards, you guys, because we're already at 39 minutes. This video is longer. All right, this is once again 10 of Pentacles coming up. All right, like I said, your manifestations are there, babe. They're just in a delayed state. And it's only because Spirit is giving you the time to figure out how you really want to bring it in. 8 of Swords, because once you start moving, I promise it's going to change. Your life is going to change rather quickly, okay? Because I feel like you're going to really start making these decisions and moving as the best part of yourselves within the next, look, it's up again. And I was going to say the next 8 to 9 weeks, all right, to 8 months for some of you guys. Because some of you guys, it's okay. It's going to take a little bit longer. But a lot of you guys are going to see motion. And once you start seeing that motion, it's not going to give up. Okay. But it's going to take you literally showing up because, like I said, the harvest is already there. You've already put in the work. It's just what you're dressing in to go get it. Right? We're no longer just throwing on a pair of sweats and running to the grocery store unless that's the type of person you are. Right? But if you're the type of person that likes to get up to get dressed to go to the grocery store, by gosh, do it. Show up as your best self. Show up as your best self. All right. Page of Cups. We'll get some clarity on that. Right? Because what I'm feeling though is this is a new version of you. Okay, this is a new you, but it's not new yet. Some of you guys, yes, this Five of Cups, you're still in your womb. You're still in your wounds. You're still over there brooding and looking over the things that you used to do and who you used to be. Right? You're not allowing the feelings of this new person to come out. There's new feelings and new emotions and things that you have in you. Yes, the old ones are still there, but there's these new things that you have, but you've got to allow them to come out. Right now, I feel like some of you guys are really just in a fight for your lives with your emotions, with your thoughts, and allowing these changes to actually happen to birth you into this new person. It's like where you've been has been so comfortable and has gotten you through so much. It's like, I don't know anything else. I don't know how I can change this. I don't know how to move forward from this. This is what's always kept me safe. But what I'm going to say is that often, yeah, we're keeping ourselves in this self-proclaimed prison. We're keeping ourselves in this tomb. Okay, your thoughts, and this was something else I was going to speak on, but this video is already long as hell, so we'll get into this later. But your frequency, where your thoughts are, what you're allowing around you. It's keeping your frequency for a lot of you guys. It's keeping you in this lower state. It's not allowing you to manifest and to even see these things that are sitting there waiting on you abundantly, that are in front of you, because you're so stuck in this comfort space. That's where you're at. You're thinking about the past, the things you lost, the things you may lose. Okay. And you're just, I feel like not in a place of brooding, but I just feel like in a place of this is safe. Like, look at her. She's like, I'm just going to hold on to these 2 cups forever. I'm just going to sit here in this corner because last time I moved, I fucked up and I lost 3 cups. Right. And I feel like, so right here with these 2 cups, at least I know what's in them. At least I know. But it's like, no, babes, we need you to fight. We need you to fight to make the thoughts, to change this situation, to free yourself. Okay. And you're going to have to fight hard. And that's probably why Spirit is wanting you to do those baths. And sit in a place where you are just reconnecting to the divine. For many of you guys, if you need to do a detox from the inside out, go ahead and do that as well. Go ahead and detox your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul, all of those things, so that you can move forward with your life. Yeah, look, literally the 6 of Swords comes out next, so that you can move forward with your life. Go ahead and fight through those things, get through those things, get through those dark thoughts. Many of you guys, and this may have been the Mercury retrograde also, you guys, that put you in this space. And it wasn't to put you in this space to it was to put you in this space of stillness, to sit you down so that you could figure out what you wanted. All right. Yes, it was a heavy place. It was a place of darkness for a lot of us. I even went through it, this Mercury retrograde. And normally the retrogrades, because I'm very aware of the energies, don't have so much of an effect on me. This one, it kicked my ass. Okay. Mercury had me right in the microwave with the rest of y'all. And I was going through these same thoughts. How do I want to show up? Am I the tarot lady? Am I this person building the school? Who am I? Okay, so we're all going through these things right now and figuring it out because we want to show up as our best selves. But we've got to take ourselves out of our place of comfort. For a lot of you guys, travel is definitely on the horizon. Move around, they're saying. Leave those cups, leave those swords, leave those negative thoughts, all of those energies around where they're at. They'll be there. Okay. And this is because this is a journey of not only for some of you guys, and this is a beautiful message that's coming through. This is a journey for yourself, you becoming one with yourself. Like I said, that masculine and that feminine energy, you building the best relationship with yourself, you parenting yourself, you mothering, you giving you being that father, all of these things to your inner self. This is that journey. But for many of you guys, you are going to also be on a journey of love. Okay. You will also be on a journey of love. All right. And this isn't, and when I say love, I because many people are going to automatically just jump to, oh, I'm going to find that man. I'm going to find my woman. For some of you, yes. But some of you, you're going to just find the things that you love around the world. The people you love and that love you back. You're going to receive so much of a love like you've never known. For some reason, I feel like I'm speaking to a lot of people that had very hard childhoods and were never shown a lot of nurturing in their childhoods. When you go off on this journey, you're going to be nurtured like no other. Make sure that you are smart enough, discerning, that you protect yourself. So that's why you got to mother and father yourself, right? When you're out around these places, you're going to have to make sure, no, little Lisa, don't go do that now. Okay. Little Lisa, be weary of that person. But all in all, you are going to meet people that are going to show you love. This could be platonic. This could be romantic. I feel like you guys are just going to experience things at a point in your life now that you never have done before. And that's a beautiful thing. Oh my God, I didn't even see the world card. It came out here. So that's confirmation. That's confirmation. All right, like I said, a lot of you guys, your luck, your world, everything that is around you right now is changing. It's changing. And that is a beautiful thing. You have put in the work. At this point, there's no rush because we would rather you be consistent and move in the right direction than for you to rush and make a choice just to bring something into you and it be not really what matches you. Okay. You guys, we are going to end here. This message has been long enough already. We're at 47 minutes. All right. Love, light, and lingerie. And I will talk to you soon.